Shabbat Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shabi Al Shah, Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, 1/3, hopeful elect of Israel. I wanted to go into the mirror, right? So let's look at the mirror. All right. This is 2 Peter 3. The time that we're in right now, okay, especially after I seen something. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Salakia, bear with me.
He cannot get it through.
Salakia.
All right. Both sides of the aisle are against this. I believe he said there were.
Salakia. What I saw scared me immensely. This brother right here from Boston. Okay. This is GMS South Georgia VA. Okay. Channel. This is scary. Another prime example of take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Psalm 51 and 11. Okay. And the brother, I used to watch this brother, right? I got a strong affinity for the Boston camp, right? Mainly because of the two elders, right? The elder Adama, and then I forget the other elder's name. But just, it's a strong spirit on both of them, right? And I'm just drawn to the Boston camp like that. And to watch this brother, I don't know what his name was either, but he was, he was someone that I gravitated toward. So to see him, where he's at, it absolutely scared the shit out of me. Okay, so when you watch this, is a good video too, and it's scary at this point. We're so close to the end, okay, that everybody should be scared of this, because what are you scared of? What are you fearing? You're fearing what the Most High can do, even in the 11th hour. All right. So with that being said, Slocky, bear with me. Okay, that's enough. Okay, just a little. Back to you, mama. All right, Salakia Akim. But this calls for the mirror. What do I mean with the mirror? Examination, and we'll get there. But first, let's start right here. All right. In these last days, another thing. Let me see. What happened at the end of that this movie, Leave the World Behind? And I know I'm rambling, but bear with me. Don't look like this is. Oh, here we go. This right here. Okay. That mushroom cloud. This is what happened at the end of Leave the World Behind. Okay. How close are we to this? All right. If you can't see World War III, and this being the culmination of World War III about to just spark off everything right now, everybody's preparing for World War III. And it's very close, right? World War III could very well come in 2024 or at the beginning of 2025. All right, understand that. Now, back to Peter. Let's read that. 2 Peter 3 and 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What is that? That's that mushroom cloud. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay? What manner of persons ought ye to be? Okay? That's a question. Where do we go from here? You got to make sure, okay? You got to make sure. So here's my exhortation. You have to super examine yourself right now. Why am I saying that? Because of this situation. Okay?
We off, man. No, even you.
This scared me. Okay? Because I was off on this and I was corrected. All right? And Thawada to the brother that corrected me. All right? I'm confessing my fault. I was off on this. Right? And from that time, right, Lord willing, I have been, corrected. And I'm on track. This is what you don't want to be. All right. And how do you prevent the stumbling block? Because it's clearly a stumbling block. Let me go into it real quick. Let's see. This thing is not allowing me. Let's see. Yeah, this is. Let me see if I can get my way out of it. Yeah, this is not acting right. So anyway, how do you prevent yourself from falling into that or stumbling over that stumbling block, if you will? Damn, I didn't want to do that. Okay, it's lucky. Bear with me. Let's go there real quick. It's Isaiah, and I'm everywhere right now. I'm going in the spirit. Isaiah 14. Okay. There's the stumbling block. This is the stumbling block that the brother is stumbling on. This brother is stumbling. He's doing a Nate. What does it mean? What does it mean if you can break down the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai perfectly, have the audacity to say, yeah, I taught it the best, right? And not the word regression, right? And this is scary. How do you, this is a stumbling block. Let's go to it. Okay. Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right? That spiritual discernment has to be there, right? It has to be there. This, you can stumble at that, right? And a lot of people do. Wi-Fi completely stumbles at this. I remember I was stumbling at it, and then the Most High, He showed mercy on me right here, right here. Okay? And later, here comes Wi-Fi, and they're mangling this, right? Like a lot of people do. This is a big stumbling block. And I was there. This is why I'm qualified to say what I'm saying right now. Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for allowing me to get up after falling smooth on my face with this stumbling block, right? Why is this brother who I admired, why is he stumbling? It's scary as hell. Because, right? Let me go back here. Because of 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 this video. Watch this video. Spirit Wind Judah, the brother from Mississippi, I believe. Watch this video as well. All right. What manner of person ought you to be? You got to be a person that the Most High is not going to make you stumble at something that you know. The brother knew this. What happened? It was taken away. That which you do know shall be taken away. I'm paraphrasing. You don't want that. Okay? It's scary. It could happen at any time. Here's the proof. Okay? So what must you do? All right? What manner of person ought you to be? You ought to be a person, right, that is standing in the mirror, scared, not admiring your reflection, but scared. Wow, this thing froze up. Okay. This is the mirror scripture, right? 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourself. And I use the metaphor mirror. You got to get in that mirror and look at yourself 10 times daily. Okay? You have to. Otherwise, the Most High, He'll get you. You don't want that at this point. We're too close to the end. You can see the missiles. All right? Back to that movie, Leave the World Behind. Okay? That's how close we are. Do you see in the movie started with what? It started with cyber attacks. Well, we're in the cyber. How did the movie end? It ended in the mushroom cloud. We're in the cyber attacks right now. If we were using the movie as a measuring stick, okay, pretty quickly after the cyber attack came the missiles. Am I wrong? Okay. So we're in the cyber attacks right now. The cyber attacks are going down right now. Let's see what this search. Let's see. Cyber attacks. Abound. "12 days, 1 month. Look at that. Cyber attacks abound. All right. 2 years, 4 years, 10 months, 6 years. China, look at this. 7 days ago, China preparing all-out cyber attack on America. Okay? We're in the time of those cyber attacks. When you consider the movie which is predictive programming, which is the revelation of the method. This devil telling you what he's about to do. Okay, the movie came out. Right after the movie came out, the cyber attacks started. So you're supposed to be measuring the time diligently in itself. All right? 7 days, Fox News. 7 days, NBC News. 3 weeks. There's a pattern. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they've been going on. Look at this. 8 days ago, a massive cyber attack just hit U.S. infrastructure. Okay? Yeah, but this is 3 years ago too. Okay. Okay. Dumbass. You're not watching. All right? 12 days. White House cybersecurity advisor. Companies should consider the recent, see that word? Recent cyber attacks a what? Wake up call. I did a video yesterday. See if it'll come up. Apparently my internet is acting a damn fool. Slovakia. Yesterday's video says, wake up, it's going down. Where were we? Oh, we were here. What? Wake up. You better wake the hell up. Wake your ass up. You better wake your ass up. Bam! Wake your ass up. Read it again. White House cybersecurity advisor says companies should consider the recent cyber attacks a wake-up call. How long is this? That's 6 minutes. Let's watch this. I didn't mean to watch any videos.
When you have these woke...
In reference to the movie, as far as measuring the time, the cyber attacks came just before the mushroom cloud.
Amendment is...
Services.
Slovakia. Let's see what this says.
There have been a series of cyber attacks over the last couple of weeks at water facilities and hospitals. Joining us right now to talk about protecting the nation's cyber infrastructure is Ann Neuberger.
This is not a movie. This is the mainstream media. Okay. This is right after the movie, the cyber attacks. The recent cyber attacks started, right? Okay.
White House Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Emerging Technology. And why don't you give us just the lay of the land right now? We know about these recent attacks that I think are backed by the Iranians. Are we seeing an increased number of attacks from nation states?
Good morning to you. Yes, so critical services like hospitals, like water systems around the country are facing persistent attacks from hostile countries and criminals. It's a high priority here at the White House. We've been surging actionable intelligence and advice on how to tackle it. And we really need the partnership of both the companies and the small local and state governments who own this infrastructure to take on and tackle that threat together.
Yeah, definitely important to get the word out. But have we seen heightened attack from nation states like Iran? Because you hear about this and with the timing of the war in Israel.
The war in Israel, okay, Iran, China, okay. Understand what this means, okay? If Barack Obama puts out a movie showing you the plans, right, which started with cyber attacks and ended with the nukes, what manner of persons ought you to be? Where's Peter at? What manner of persons ought you to be? Here's the nukes. Here's the mushroom clouds right here. 2 Peter 3 and 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What's going to dissolve all these things? The mushroom clouds, the nukes. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation? The manner of person you ought to be is one that's in the mirror 10 times a day, examining himself. Because you don't want, at the last minute, to fall on your face from a stumbling block. Okay? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire, that's the end of the movie, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The beginning of the movie was the cyber attacks. The end of the movie was the nukes. Okay? Let's answer this question. What manner of person ought ye to be? Let's answer it. You should be one in the mirror 10 times a day, making sure you don't fall on your face. Okay? So get in the mirror with fear and trembling and examine yourself that you don't wind up like this brother, right? This one. That's scary, right? And where does that fear? You gotta organize your fear, right? The Most High didn't put the spirit of fear on us. That's outside fear. What manner of fear should you have, right? Well, let's get that. Proverbs 1. This fear. Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So you should be afraid of what? You should be afraid of winding up like this brother right here. Okay. In the 11th hour. Okay. We're in the 11th hour. You better get your ass in that mirror and make sure you're right. Okay. And starting with myself. All right. This is an exhortation to the brotherhood. Starting with myself. All right. Because I believe in the spirit that Isaiah 14:1, that I had stumbled and fallen upon my face, right? And was given, right, a reprieve. The Most High had mercy on me, right? Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Makakadash Brakatah. All right. And Lord willing, I'm still in this thing, and it's time to fight, right? It's time to fight to stay in this thing. It starts by examining yourself and ensuring. Let's go back to that. Let's read it. 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? This brother is now a reprobate. And it's scary at this late hour. Okay? You should be able to see if you're measuring, right? If you're measuring the time diligently in itself, right? Then you see the earthquakes, you see the uproars of the people. All right? The Most High is clearly visiting the world, right? And we're at the beginning of it. Now is not the time to be falling on your face. How do you prevent that? Humble yourselves. Let's see if I can find that in the spirit. Let me see. First Peter 5 and 6. And this is what the brother didn't do. I believe, speaking as a man, I believe he wanted, hey, going back to the Boston brothers, okay? You got the elder Adama, and then you have the brother that is I'll just say number 2. He tells a story of, they used to go see the elder apostles in New York, and then on the train back, or however they drove or whatever, the question of who was going to be the leader of the camp came up, right? And the one brother, I should go to it and show, but not Adama, but the other brother, the other elder. He's so humble. Okay. That might be why I'm so drawn. He's a young brother. And he tells a story of how the elder Adama became the leader of the camp. And that brother, at the time, he was young, very young, like 20-ish. And he tells a story of how he knew that the elder brother Adama was more suited to be the leader of the camp because of his age and his wisdom, right? Now that's a young brother who is not only humble, but I can't even explain it, because to me that's rare in this truth. That amount of order, that amount of wisdom at such a young age, it does exist, right? But the point I'm making is, I believe that, I don't know this brother's name, but I believe that he had the desire to be, the leader or a leader. And by all means, he was. There's order in this thing. All right. Now he's number 1. He's number 1. He's the leader of this camp. Right? And he's the leader of the reprobates. You got 2 reprobates, he's the leader. You don't want to be that. Okay? It's too late for that behavior. We're almost out of here. This is scary. All right? So humble yourselves, right? Therefore, 1 Peter 5 and 6, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, that he may exalt you in due time. Not you. Oh, I'm going to leave the camp because I want to be number 1. No. The Most High is going to exalt you in due time. Don't even worry about it. It's not important who's the leader. What's important is, are you a good follower? You to be the leader of a camp, you got to be a great follower, right? With much fame, I don't know how it goes. With much fame comes great responsibility, something like that. Okay. Now you're the leader of a camp of reprobates because you wanted to be the leader, right? In the 11th hour. All right, so I'm gonna close it. You can get one more. 1 Peter 4. Let me see. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Hey, we're here, man. If you're measuring the time, you understand that the cyber attacks come right before the missiles. How do we know that? Because we saw it in a movie, right? A movie that was made by one of the top insiders named Barack Obama, who is giving you the revelation of the method, right? Or what they call predictive programming, whatever the hell you want to call it, okay? It's systematic. So the movie does mean something, right? If you understand how this devil operates or what his laws of the universe are, he's telling you what he's doing. So you got to take heed to movies like that when they're showing you what their plans are, all right? But the end of all things is at hand. What is the end of all things? The end of Esau's world. How does it happen? It happens through that nuclear fire. Did they not show you that in the movie? They did. But what did they show you before that? They showed you the cyber attack to let you know how close we are. Hey, the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober. All right? What does it mean to be sober? It means to be in your right mind. You're not in your right mind if you're wanting to be the leader of a camp at this point. Hey, the end, we're at the end. You want to be the leader of a camp? Ain't gonna be no more camps in a minute. All right? It's gonna be hunting season in a minute. You can't see that? No, you can't see it because you're not measuring the time. You want to be a leader. You want to be like Naquam of Wi-Fi. You want fame on this side. And this side is over. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Let's look at that quickly in some of these versions. 1 Peter 4 and 7 in the NIV. The end of all things is near. Let's get that real quick. Salakia. It's the Spirit. Oh, let's go to 6. What is the end of all things? This is the end of all things. Right? 2 Ezra 9 and 9. For Esau is the end of all things. Okay? 2 Ezra 9 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Here's the end. Esau is the end. Esau's world is the end that we're dealing with right now. Okay? The end of all things is near. 1 Peter 4 and 7. The end of all things is near, therefore be alert. Get your ass in the mirror and of sober mind that you may pray. The end of the world is coming soon. Right? Therefore be self-controlled and sober-minded for the sake of your prayers. Clear-minded. Serious. Right? If you're being humble, right, you understand there's order and you accept the gifts or right, the part of the body. If you are the pinky toe, right, you're part of the body. Be the pinky toe and make it. Okay? Play your position. Now is not the time to want to be the leader of a camp. Now is the time to want to be a great follower, a great soldier, not the general. A nigga that puts the title general, right? You're tripping. Now's not the time for that. Okay? Wanting to be the leader is not sound judgment. It's not. Okay? Amplified Bible, the end and culmination of all things is near. That's how about Esau's world, which ends with the nukes. Therefore, be sound-minded and self-controlled for the purpose of prayer. Staying balanced. What does it mean to stay balanced? That you don't fall on your face at a stumbling block that you used to be able to break down perfectly, Nate. and focus on the things of God so that your communication will be clear, reasonable, specific, and pleasing to Him. Okay? Is there any more? The end of all things has arrived. Everything will soon come to an end. So be serious and sensible enough to pray. Praying to be the leader of the camp, secretly harboring. Here it is. Boston is one of is a really good camp. Okay, one of my favorite, whatever that means. Okay, but that thing is established and has been for years, and you want to lead the camp so that you could be the leader. That is not sound. That's not being of sound mind. That's being bugged out. All right. Wow. Anyway. Wow. Get in the mirror. All right. Make sure that you're being humble. Where is that? Humble yourselves. Hey man, humble yourselves. We're almost out of here. Humble yourselves. 1 Peter 5 and 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. Hey, being the leader of a camp, what is that? Making it into the kingdom, that's being exalted. Being the leader of a camp, right before the missiles, what is that? That's not sound, being of sound mind. All right. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Salakia for being convoluted. All right. So with that, we hope that the elector edify you, brothers and sisters. Shabbat shalom.